any way, shape or form, and please be very, very respectful. Okay, but most importantly, take as many photos as you can, and maybe a once in a lifetime experience for some, so take all the photos you can get on your phone or your camera. Okay, now also have lots of fun. Feel free to participate in the many activities that we have on site. Now after our welcoming ceremony, what will happen is our maidens will come down, they will collect the chief, each with that chief will be his tribe. The maiden will then lead the chief and the tribe into the village. Okay, so when you see your chief go, follow your own chief, not another chief, okay, your own one. Now okay, ladies and gentlemen, no smiling or laughing, but most importantly, have fun, take a lot of photos, and remember those two beautiful words, kia ora! Kia ora!
Kaimara! Aranga mai aruru tangi ako sukuna mai akaro tangi ako tuapa. Wakaru karu ana tuakira ana. Mai kore hinga tutau sika, tutau rite, aroto, awaho. Yamato ara kayo tua. Tupato wa, kokiri. Yo te Aku nui ke au kurahi ke au whakatamarahi ki te rangi nau mai, haere mai ki tēnei whenua tau rīkura. E kia nei ko pākara. Te āhuru moa wai nei ko tawanga here pā. O te wāhi kia mātau he puri ki te kawarito. E ainga kōrero aku mātua tūpuna he Maori au. E noho Maori nei, i tōku wao Māori. Ladies and gentlemen, kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora, welcome here to our sacred... And then where you come from?
Simon from Ireland.
And then where you come from, Chief?
Dan from England.
And then where you come from?
And India from India.
Your name where you... Yes, where you come from?
Down here from Scotland.
Ladies and gentlemen, kia ora.
Kia ora.
You're all welcome here to our village known as Tawangahere Pā. First of all, I just want to explain to you the process that happened out in the forecourt area. We call this the win or the challenge, used to gain the intentions of the opposing tribe. Now warriors were summoned from our village to ascertain whether you come here peace or war. Now, gladly, your chief here picked up the peace token on behalf of you all. Okay? So, job well done there, chief. How about another round of applause for our chief? Now, of course, what would happen if he didn't? Well, peace token, okay? It simply meant that you'll be going home in pieces. Okay, not peace, pieces home. Yes. However, I'd like to welcome you all here in amongst our village here. Okay, our village is named after its surroundings. So, these trees here are known as tawa. Okay, ngā here means forest and pā means village. So the name of our village here is Tawa Ngāhere Pā. Our village surrounded in our beautiful tawa trees. Now you've come inside and you'll see small little huts scattered around in our village. These are what we call wharekura. Okay, say this word, wharekura.
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 Well done. Okay, whare is house and kura is, means to learn. So indeed you've come into a learning environment where we learn different aspects of our culture. For one, this house is dedicated to our formidable art forms. Okay, this house here is known as Te Whare Matarau, the house of arts and crafts. So, to put into today's context, sort of like the art room, okay? Except our classes will take place out in front of the house. So, in actual fact, this is our classroom where you stand on. Okay? So, the first art form I'd like to share with you is known as whakairu. Okay? These are what you see featured on our houses, our wood carvings. So you look to the apex of this building here, we have a carved figurine, okay? A carved statue, even a carved face here, symbolic to an ancestor, okay? We have two of them here. The one to the top here is known as Uetonga. This one here is Mataora, okay? It may seem to you that he's sitting on top of his head, okay? But this is to explain to you, okay, a demonstration of how we gain our markings. Like so, as my brother is sitting there, if he was to do markings upon the recipient of anybody, the head will actually be placed in his laps, okay? So, in his lap, and it will be done upside down, okay? So this is what this represents here. Also means the handing down of knowledge, okay? So Uetonga, okay, Mataora, ancestors, the ones that brought alive the art form of our markings on our bodies and our faces. Okay? However, These boards on each side of the house here are known as ngā maihi. Now this is a representation of our ancestors' outstretched arms of welcome. And right down the bottom on each side here, this part here is called raparapa, okay? Which means the fingertips of our ancestor, okay? We have 3 of them, which symbolises the life cycle of us all. So the circle of life, birth, life and death. And some of our spiritual houses, our special houses, we have a 4th finger embedded onto the side, which represents life after death, the spiritual realm. Okay? Traditionally, our ancestors would utilise pounamu, the New Zealand greenstone, okay? Fashioned to like a nads, chisel type. Okay? And our ancestors would only use the weight of the upper body, strengthen their arms to push and pounce into the wood. Okay, technique very simple. However, I think you can imagine a lot of our projects took a long time because it did. For an example, to craft, to build one of our houses and also to carve them, okay, it would have taken them at least 12 months, okay. But once the arrival of the missionaries, the early settlers arrived here, they introduced to our people metal, okay. The metal chisels. Originally it started off with shipping nails, okay? Then, as the years went, okay, we got our hands onto metal chisels, which you would agree with me have been nothing but beneficial for our people, okay? Traditionally 12 months, metal chisels 3 to 4 months, okay? Cut down the time completely, right down more than halfway, okay? So, it meant that we also, in saying that, once it cut down to 3 to 4 months, we could concentrate on other things that are like growing our crops, battles, warfare, okay, looking after our children. But most importantly, we had to make our wives happy as well. Very important. However there folks, a small insight about this area. What's going to happen now is your education for our people is going to continue down the bottom there. Our maidens have an activity awaiting for you. However, make your way down the bottom there. Take the lead there, Chief.
Next we have for you Te Toria, our short sticks. These are played in pairs up to large numbers, thrown from player to player, keeping in time with the rhythm, hoping not to drop a stick. Used to develop hand and eye coordination and peripheral vision. So you will see more of those 2 variations later on stage. The final one we call Maui Mapo, and with this one we need the help of the Chief. So Chief, you are going to select 4 individuals first. Before you do, there are a few requirements. There is a bit of running involved, so they need to be fairly vigilant, okay? It does help if they know who they're from their right, and actually have good listening skills. We have 2 ladies and 2 Yes?
Come on down this way, sir. Grabbing a hold of this stick here. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on down this way, sir. On this side.
2 ladies.
2 ladies.
You in front, yes.
Yeah. Here we are, love. Over here. Yeah, you're going to stand on that side there. Yeah, face me. Turn around and face me.
Could I have you, please?
Yep.
Yes, yes. Okay, she looked back. Okay, I can take it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Come on down, love. Beautiful. Grabbing a hold of
How
this
about
stick
giving
there,
our
lovely.
players a round of applause? Alright, so we're going to face this gentleman here and you two are going to face each other. Alright, just keep your sticks right where they are. Okay, so 2 new words are going to learn in our language. So if everyone can repeat after me, Mapo.
Down.
Mapo.
Mapo.
Mapo is to your right. Maui.
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 Is to your left. So a little hint, if you remember one, we know the other is the other one. So I call Mapo, which is to your right. Awesome. You're going to let go of the stick you're holding, both hands off. Alright, just let it go straight away, both hands. All you need to do is move to the stick on your right, grabbing that one before towards the other. Okay? You all understand? So I'm just take yours for a second. Let it go. I call my toe, okay? But toe, let it go. Alright, now a few practice rounds. Heading to the right, mapo. 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 Also, I'm going to go to the left and listen up. I'm going to change somewhere in there. Maui. Maui. Yeah, just let it go, but he's got to get it. Maui. Mapo. Maui. Oh.
Terima kasih. Sama-sama. Belgium, chocolate. Barack Obama, welcome.
India.
India?
Singapore.
Oh, very hot over there, yes? Welcome to the cold. So, where you from?
England.
Oh, Prince George, welcome. England. England?
Iowa.
Iowa, US. Yeah.
Japan, oh, konnichiwa.
Malaysia.
Repeat this after me. Tayaha.
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 That's what Now the tayaha was similar to the English three-quarter staff, just not used in the same manner. This weapon here was never to leave your hands. Reason why is because you'll be left defenseless. You'll be throwing away your ancestor guardian. As you can see, it features like a human. Down bottom here, okay, you will see the ariro, or the tongue. This was used, okay, to thrust, to stab the opponent. In the days of old, once you've, that was the ariro, folks. Making your way up to the mata of the face, has 2 eyes to the front, 2 eyes to the rear, to see in all directions. Making your way up to the elbow of the flock of hair. This was used to distract the opponent, so you could make your way in for your strike. Last but not least, making your way up to the body of the tinana. This was used to hold, to parry, and also to block each and every strike that was coming your way. Making your way up to the ate, or the blades. This was used, okay, to bruise, to batter, and also to decapitate. Last but not least, the ro, or the batin. This was used to thrust in 2 areas of the body. First one, thrust into the chest of the opponent, opening up the rib cage, fist upon the heart while it was still beating. Thrust into the head of the opponent, flick twist, remove the head, reveal the brain. Delicacy for my people once upon a time. But you don't have to worry now, folks. That was in my ancestors' time. Now we'll come to a custom of McDonald's. Now, folks, you will see this grid here. This grid is what we call kōwharawhara pakiaka, which simply means the ladder. The ladder that stretches out to 100 to 200 meters, 50 to 60 warriors running it at once, leading to about 50 to 60 foot patterns. Whole objective of this grid here is to train the lower half of your body. My people believe your lower half had to be coordinated with your top half in order to go out to battle. Reason why is because if one half of the body wasn't coordinated with the other half, well, folks, you pretty much become Kentucky Fried Human, okay? Now, before we have our chief over here, we also got whales over there that's going to come down and partake into the grid. Over here.
Of birds and insects, for example. Now, traditionally, the poi was very different from this luxurious spongy version of poi. Now, in place of that piece of sponge, you would find a whopping big rock, and then that rock would be covered in bulrush attached to flax cord. And at this point in time, it was used as a training implement. So this was a way to keep supple and strong the wrist, the forearm, the hand. Like different exercises, it was all preparation for the manipulation of handheld weapons. So, not a weapon in itself, but a training tool to aid weaponry use. But like I said, today the poi used by our ladies. And Chief, I'm going to ask you please to send me 3 of your most beautiful, finest women to come and learn a modern day poi dance.
Upane,
wall.
Not going to be out in the cold for long, guys. Here we go. Although if you look at what you're wearing, I'm wearing what I'm wearing. Probably feel a lot better about yourself. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you'll repeat after me. Hangi!
Hangi!
Hangi is our method of cooking that we use to cater for large numbers of people like yourselves, special occasions like birthdays, like weddings, like the Lions winning on the weekend. Alright, we'll put on a hangi meal. Now here's a few tips on how to cook your very own hangi meal. First thing that you need is a backyard. Alright, and if you don't have one of those, it's fine. You can just go next door and use your neighbour's. Alright, in your backyard, dig a hole or a pit 1.5 meters wide, 1 meter deep, depending on how many people you're catering for. On top of this hole, you stack wood, which is about yay high, and on top of the wood, you place geothermal or volcanic rocks. Now, fortunately for us, we have a local volcano just down the road, but others don't. Okay, so if you don't, go to an area of the creek. We go to big rocks in the middle of the creek, because these rocks, they turn white hot. They're also heat resistant to an extent, right, before they blow up. And those rocks go on top of the wood. Right, you burn the wood, you wait for the wood to collapse, the rocks will fall inside the pit. You then remove the ash, leaving a pit full of hot rocks. And on top of those hot rocks, you place your food baskets. The first food basket is always your meat, because it takes longer to cook. Then your vegetables, then whatever else you like to add inside your meal. You cover your food with wet hessian or potato sacks. When they react with the hot rocks, it creates the steam that cooks your food. Once that steam's going, you quickly place the dirt that you dug out back on top. Gives your food that earthy flavour, not so much that earthy crunch. Okay, you leave it there, compacted and cooking for 3.5 to 4 hours, but then you're well and truly starving, and your food should come out looking a little something like this. Steam. Hey, here it comes. So this meal is cooked and steamed in its own juices, its own fats. Nothing is added to your meal. Right? But that makes it a reasonably healthy way of cooking. Unless you eat too much like I do. But that's not the best part about the hangi meal. Right? For our ladies, the best part is that the men do all the cooking. So if you are ever in the future looking to be married, come back to New Zealand for like Maori boys. We can play rugby, we can cook, and we can stand outside in the cold half naked. But on the menu behind me here, we have Leewai, white potato, kumara, sweet potato, karoti, carrots, in their bag, our homemade stuffing. If you are from England, a lot of you are, stuffing. On this side, we have our meats, hey chicken, and reme, New Zealand succulent lamb. So we have a beautiful feast prepared for you by Ringawera. Your chefs, how about a round of applause?
Who lived on the eastern shores of the lake. Now these two met at a gathering. They fell wildly and deeply in love. But due to tribal and social differences, their love was never allowed to be. We all know, however, that love must win at the end of the day, and this certainly was the case for Hinemoa and Tutanekai. You see, one evening, Hinemoa crept down to the shores of the lake. She found that her father had removed all of the canoe, making it impossible for her to row to her loved one. Undeterred, Hinemoa went about strapping empty water calabashes around her waist for flotation. She slipped into the cold, dark waters of Lake Rotorua, and guided only by the sweet sound of Tutanekai's koauau or his flute, she swam the 5-kilometre journey to be once again with her loved one. Now, I'm not too sure what happened after that, ladies and gentlemen, but standing before you this evening are just some of the very many direct descendants of that long ago romance. And to sing with you this beautiful love song, For Kare Kare Ana, we have our very own Hinemoa and Tutanekai. Kia ora.
Rotorua
You will witness the bulging of the eyes, the protrusion of the tongue, the loud guttural sounds from the pit of the stomach, used as an act of defiance or intimidation towards our enemies. Basically letting our enemy know, if I get my hands on you, you're going to end up in here. Alright, but because this is our final item that we have to share with you, we are going to leave you with a proverbial saying in our native tongue. Kia ora te marino, kuruta tiko, kia whakapapapauna mu te moana, kia tere te kā rohirohi, I moia koutou huarai. Translated, may the calm be widespread, may the seas glisten like our greenstone, and may the shimo sunlight forever dance across each and every one of your pathways until we next meet again. Ladies and gentlemen, travel safely, and always remember those two beautiful words, kia ora! Kia ora!